Shalom to the apostles and the elders and the teachers that the Most High set up to help bring forth this knowledge and this wisdom, this understanding, this discernment. I just want to speak on this topic for people that ain't been realizing because it's a bunch of folly that they've been putting out through the media, but why that's being pushed out and, distracting people. You got stuff like this going on. I'm going to bring out a few scriptures on this too. Talk about this this Space Force shit because the Space Force is mentioned in the scriptures, but you got to actually know what to look at.
These dancing lights around me. Today we had Trump sign a policy directive that officially establishes a Space Force, or a sixth branch of the already sprawling U.S. military-industrial complex that will launch a subsidiary of the U.S. Air Force, as long as the funding's approved. Now, Trump has signed this futuristic-sounding Space Policy Directive 4, which orders the Pentagon to draft legislation establishing a Space Force within the Air Force.
Now, the reason why they're doing this is because they know what's coming for the non-believers. They'll be like, the white man wrote this book, or this book was written by a man, that type of bullshit. Well, these elites, these damn Edomites, these Amalekites, the ones who's running the banks and all that shit, is building these domes, these bunkers, these space hotels, these underwater cities. They know what the fuck coming. They know about the scriptures. So, but they think they're gonna be able to escape and hide away. And ultimately, they think they're going to be able to fight Yahweh Shah and the angels when they come back. So I'm going to go into some scriptures after I let this play a little bit.
Now, the administration still has to submit a legislative proposal to Congress on this, which they would then approve the funds and authority required to officially establish this new military branch. Now, America is obviously making moves in this department. Trump has gone on and made many statements. At first, people thought it was some kind of joke, but now we can see that it's gone from one step to the next, to now, after all this talk, this move, per his pen, officially puts this in motion. And like I said, the ball goes to Congress's court. Once they put the stamp on this, this thing is done and in motion.
Okay, I'm going to stop there right there. I'm going to just read these scriptures. I don't want to make this too long. But it's in 2nd Ezra chapter 13. We'll start at verse 3. It says, "And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice." It says, hold on, let me see where I'm at. Okay, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, they were gathered together a multitude of men out of a number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. We're talking about the sea because you have people be like, we stay under a glass dome and the firmament is a glass dome. No. When it's talking about the firmament, it's talking about a separation. You got the atmosphere, the hemisphere, the stratosphere. There's different layers. That's why these Edomites, they can't travel but so far out of space because it's layers out there. Just like if they take a submarine down in the ocean, it's layers. You got to go down like only a certain amount of feet, and they can't go no further. Them submarines that start cracking up and breaking up and shit. So they ain't even discovered all that. So they ain't really getting that far out of space like they put out in the media and try to lie and say they are, which they're not. It's just like you got waves in the sea. You got cosmic waves. But, that's another topic. That's why I just want to speak on that because it said came out of the sea because some people read that and think like, oh, well, it's waters above us. No, it don't literally mean that it's actual waters, like drinking water. But going on, it said, "But I beheld, and lo, he had created himself a great mountain and flew upon it." And it's talking about that mountain. Now we're reading a book of what it is. Let me see real quick. In the book of Zechariah, in chapter 6, verse 1, it says, "And I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between the 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass." Now, when most people show videos and snippets of these chariots and these so-called UFOs, which they call them, which unidentified flying objects, which when you read the scriptures, they identified flying objects. That's what the angels travel in. And ultimately, that's what the Lord coming back in. So they going to use the Space Force to fight against that. And they know this about to take place. They know exactly what's about to take place. But you got niggas want to be simple and want to play games and, oh, that's just a book. Somebody wrote that, they made that up. This ain't never going to happen and all this stuff. I'm going to read on. It says, I'm going to jump down to verse 9. It says, lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as had been a blast of fire, talking about them lasers, because them ships got lasers on them. And it says, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, and the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon the son of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. And you got to think about it, because these devils, they got some technology. They got hella technology. Well, guess what? When Yahushua come out with them angels and got Michael, as I'm about to read in the book of Revelation, when we talk about the war of heaven in chapter 12, the angels come back, hey, they ready. They be ready to do the will of the Most High and His Son. They just be ready for them orders. So when this war in heaven kick off, man, these devils ain't gonna stand a chance, and they gonna get the spirit put on them to fight, because they really ain't gonna want to fight. They gonna be so scared, because they ain't gonna expect to see nothing like this. Well, I wouldn't say they ain't gonna expect it. They expect it, but the majesticness of it, of how glorious it's gonna look, it's gonna startle their ass. So in chapter 12, in the book of Revelation, chapter, and let's see where I'm at. And I'm gonna start at verse 6. No, so like I'm gonna start at verse 7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. And what they call some of them Air Force jets, what they call them, the Blue Angels? Man, there ain't no coincidence. You can't make this up. So call Lawyer Habash and Yahushua. Lord's willing, this is edifying. Just want to make something real quick, because I happen to see this pop up. I want to line it up with the scriptures. So shalom.